Hi gang, welcome back to the Honoriest Latina Ever. Today's topic was going to be about politics, and I was going to talk about the terrorist attack, but it's very morbid, and it was tragic, and it could have been avoided if we would have secured the borders. My real love and topic I want to talk about today is about the royals. Recently, I got involved in watching Netflix, and I came upon or stumbled upon a series called Reign, and it was all about the Queen of Scots, Mary, who married Francis, the Queen, the King, the Queen, the King of England. Francis, what? I know, he's the King of France because his name is Francis. So. Anyway, it was very good. I watched all 3 seasons in like a week. I was glued to the TV. I didn't do anything but lay on my couch, wrapped in my blanket, watching series after series, drinking my red wine. But what really was like intriguing was the historical like fact on that was even though it was just a movie, it was based on reality. And so I thought those bloody monarchs, they were constantly beheading people. But what really got my goat was those fucking Catholic priests and how much they were manipulating things and causing death to the Protestants and making up lies, and they were scamming just as much as the ruthless monarchs. So I got done with that series, and I'm thinking, now what am I going to do with my life? I'm all done with Reign, and oh my God, I thought like this is all over with, because you know what? First of all, I didn't find out what happened to Mary, and they kind of leave you hanging. So I Googled it, and I found out they beheaded poor Mary, and that freaking Elizabeth, she framed her. Fucking cunt, right? No, I shouldn't say that. Oops. But anyway, not to say that the Queen of England, Elizabeth, is that, because like, you know, that was her probably great grandmother. No, but anyway, but I'm just saying that things aren't always how they are. And so if you watch these royals in action, you'll understand our political system. So next series was Marco Polo. And I found out what a real bastard his father was. He like traded his son for some freedom so his son could stay behind and be in prison and be sold to the king, the Mongolian king. What was his name? Mr. Khan? Yeah, Mr. Khan man. Anyway, he killed his own brother, you guys. And not only did he do that, he's just like, he was so fat. I mean, like, I don't know if that's part of being a royal, where you just sit back and don't do anything, but it's amazing how he beat his brother in battle with the swords when he barely could like move his sumo wrestler body. Y'all, it was just unbelievable. So anyway, I'm learning about Marco Polo, and poor Marco Polo, he discovers these trade routes, and then he is like captive, and so I'm thinking, what the hell? Anyway, there's lots of beheadings, there's lots of killings, and it was so horrible. But how does it relate to now? Well, we live in this free and democratic society, which we're still coveting lands that we have no business coveting at all. We can't patrol our own borders because, I don't know, the Queen of England has open borders, so we're going to do what she does, and it's like monkey see, monkey do. And then we wonder why we have terrorists in our country. Now, come on. Like, seriously, if you take some of those guardsmen and you put them on the border, and you tell the Queen of England to shove it and take the biscuit and put it up her ass, I don't know. But you know what? They don't do anything. These monarchs simply sit back and kill each other, and they don't do anything. Like, what do they do for a living? Seriously, what is their job? Well, you know what? After King Henry or whatever, I found out that like the government pays them billions and billions of dollars to sit on their ass and like make up history. That's what they do. They sit around and do nothing. And eventually they'll be like King, what's his name, Henry? I know I'm butchering this, and I don't care, Will. And he like has these orphanages for kids. Like, really? Do you really want to save the orphans, or do you just want to make them into fellow priests? And we know what becomes of those fellow priests, because the rite of passage into the Catholic Church is homosexuality. Yes. Oh God, did I say something wrong again? Well, I'm so glad that I'm going to the Methodist Church, because at least they could marry. I'm looking at Will, who's behind the camera just dying here. I'm sorry, Will. Did I say a mouthful? And I should end on that note before they behead me. Y'all have a great day. Bye.